pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, council. Here. Here.
Move to excuse Clint Walker.
Second.
Clint Steiger.
Walker.
James McMahon will be in, and he's running late. What about Clint Walker?
On the 6th. He had an accident.
Clint Steiger.
Off the fire.
So we have table. All those in favor of Clint Walker being absent because of sickness?
Clint Walker.
I mean,
I appreciate the effort, though.
you were talking, I was looking at it. Not Trent Walker. Clint Steiger.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. The approval of the agenda. John, have you have any?
I have no additions or subtractions.
So it's my understanding we need to have an executive session this evening regarding personal matters. How long? There's a couple items on the agenda under city council that really need to be strictly, we can just oversee it, I think. There is no certificate of appreciation, I believe, no report from manager form of government, correct?
Correct.
Okay. With respect to the agenda.
On the executive session, are we expecting any action afterwards?
Say again?
Oh, just for the record, on the executive session, are we expecting any council action afterwards? Okay.
I would say for information only.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other comments? All those in favor of the changes of the agenda?
Aye.
Motion carried. Audience comment. Patricia Lawson.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor Sun and council members. I'm Patricia Larson. I'm the agent for the property owner at 1481 Thornton Avenue here in the city, and I can be reached at PO Box 3889, Federal Way, Washington 98063. And I'm going to pass around a letter so you have some additional information on this subject as well. On August 20th, 2001, the City of Pacific approved plans.
Excuse me, ma'am, could you bring the microphone closer to the mayor?
Can you not hear me? Is that better?
Nobody can hear you.
Sorry about that. Oh, there we go. I can hear myself.
You listen for me, will you?
Did you get all the information for the record?
I think so, yes.
On August 20th, 2001, the city approved plans for a cell site at the property in question, 1481 Thornton Avenue. And in August of 2001, the monthly fees for the water, sewer, and storm on the property went from $79.09 to $459.30, which is a 581% increase. At the time of the rate increase, the renter of the property moved out, and as you can imagine, a rate increase of $581 is far above manageable in a down economy. The property owner wasn't able to rent the property out to cover the increased costs in an economic time when rents are down. Also, because of the economy, it was still not feasible to develop the property in the technical terms because the property had previously only had a clear and grade permit on it, so it actually hadn't planned to have a building at that point. And this was back in 2001, before the storm sewer fees came about. In 2001, trying to figure out what to do with the fees, Mr. Lloyd, the owner of the property, contacted the consultant who worked on the original plan, and he did the original grading and temporary erosion and sediment control, which included a storm pond to sort out these issues. The consultant tried to work with the city at that time, but there was no progress, and Mr. Lloyd received a lien notice about the fall of last year, and I started working on it for him. So in October 2012, I provided the city information that showed that the storm pond on the property was actually a permanent pond, so that the stormwater fees could be reduced. And so actually the account's in delinquent state, and that's why the notice of lien was sent. So what we're requesting of the council is to take a look at the account, and currently the storm fee is now reduced from $390 a month to $208 a month, but there's back fees that are still acquired on the account. So we respectfully request relief in the difference of the stormwater fees with the account for the permanent pond. It's a reduction of $183.50 a month back to 2010, and the penalties that have been charged on the property to the date to be removed. And I'm unsure how the process works from here, but I'm happy to answer any questions. Probably something that the council would have to look at.
I have to refer this to the finance committee. They meet on that.
Okay, I'd actually was going to go to the finance committee last month, but they didn't meet.
Patricia, what I'd like to do with this letter is conduct a meeting with you and come up with an understanding, and then present it to the council.
Thank you, sir. That sounds reasonable.
Would that be feasible for the council too? Because I can present to the council a summary for you to make a decision.
I think it should probably if you can report back to Finance Committee on that, the Finance does review for the payable and bring it back to
Right,
council.
and then it comes through.
That
Would you contact me tomorrow as soon as possible?
absolutely.
Have you got the phone number?
Actually, I can get it off the website. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Kathleen Milholland.
Good evening. Thank you, Your Honor, and Mayor Sun, Council. I'm actually the construction manager that is going to be building 16 new homes at the 8th plat here in Pacific. We are currently in the bid process right now for excavation work and demolition of the existing 8th house and barn. In the interim, we talked a little bit with Ken regarding the connections for water to the plat, and apparently there are connections at the existing house as well as the barn. During that process, we found out that there is actually a lien, a water lien, in excess of over $1,000, which a portion of that is interest and penalties. And so what I'm here to do is respectfully ask the council and Mayor Sun to waive interest and penalties on that and allow us to pay the baseline water bill, as that lien actually came with the plat when the new owners bought it. This is my first time meeting with the council or any council, and so this is my start. So if there's another resource or another avenue that I need to go through, I'm happy to do so. So my name is Kathleen Noble, and I don't think I introduced myself, did I?
Have you got any comments?
I think that'd be another one, refer to finance committee, and if we could have staff provide us some background on the lien.
I can do that.
Okay.
The lien was in place before, the current owners bought it. And basically, this is one that staff recommends that the council would waive the penalties and interest, because they're willing to pay the balance on the water, so they're not asking for an entire replacement. If they wanted to remove the whole thing, then we would suggest that they pay a complete connection fee of $5,000, but since they want it, they're willing to pay the water bill. We're talking about, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think the penalties and interest on it are, do you have it? I believe the penalties and interest on it, talking about $200, right around in that amount.
May I make a suggestion? May I, contact with her and work the problem out and present it to the council, present it to her?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Here's my card, will you? Get in touch with me, and we'll work the problem out.
Thank you very much for your time.
You weren't listening, I didn't know what I was doing. You don't have to listen. You don't have to listen. Next is Don Thompson.
Well, how you did
In your
it.
pocket. No, press up.
Don Thompson, 416 Nicanagua Southeast. Council members, size son. I was gonna make me some notes, but I have a habit of not reading them anyway, so I'm gonna wing it. Back in 2011, I ran size son off my property. I told him there was no corruption in this town. He came back with our direction. I ran them both off my property and told them both there's been no corruption in this town. Since then, he has wasted, I mean wasted, numerous taxpayers' dollars to prove me right. The State Patrol invested in the police department, no corruption. The auditors investigated the city and 40 charges, no corruption. All his legal episodes in court was ruled against him. He was told to stop spreading frivolous and mischievous rumors. The court's telling him to stop filing frivolous lawsuits. The insurance company we had was a co-op. That means several cities pay into it, and they both participate in the claims as well as the benefits, all paid for by taxpayers. We got a dishonorable discharge from the insurance company, and now we're paying more for less insurance. Taxpayers' money. That's corruption. And then I go on and on and on. I mean, there's numerous cases where he has wasted taxpayers' money. He keeps complaining about salaries. Salaries is nothing compared to what he's wasted. So, Mr. Sison, I suggest you look in the mirror. I suggest you fire the person who is most corrupt of anybody in town.
Any other comments?
Yes, I didn't fill out a paper, but I'd like to ask a question. Audrey Crookshank, 703 3rd Avenue Southeast. I'm wondering if we're going to have a pickup, a spring cleanup pickup free this year like we've had in the past. Usually it's in April, where Waste Management picks up branches and stuff that are tied up and extra garbage. Do you know if we're going to have that this year?
We haven't made a decision yet, and since you alerted us to it. I'll get on it tomorrow, and if you want to, I'll report to you as to the progress.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, we actually already have made the arrangements for that to happen.
Say it again?
We already have made the arrangements for that to happen.
Yeah, but we have to get the date and time.
And I think we have that set,
for
yeah.
the garbage trucks and all these things.
We've already done that, and I have the date, written down.
Okay, but we have to start.
It's gonna be advertised.
And start the communication.
Right.
Before we make a commitment. Just having the date doesn't help us. We have to be confirmed, we have to be firm on what we tell the public. But thank you very much. Any other comment?
Dwayne Gross, 122 3rd Avenue Northwest. Mayor, I was wondering if you could contact the police department for me. I've been noticing this yellow Volkswagen driving around with Oregon plates that hasn't been changed, and I believe that there's a law against doing that. Could you contact the police and have them contact this individual and take care of that for me? I'd appreciate it.
I don't have any comment.
You're not going to talk to the police department about it? Don't you think that they should take care of this problem? I'm pretty sure that this person's been driving this Volkswagen around for quite a long time. I think you have to change your plates after a pretty short period, 90 days, something like that, 6 months. I think this vehicle's been licensed like that and been documented on the TV.
You had to comment, I got no comment.
No comment? Okay, thank you.
Any other audience comment? I'll go into the report. This is a report from the Valley Regional Fire Authority. These are the requests for services, customer service. They had a fuel leak in Lakeland Hills Monday, February the 25th at 6:30. It was taken care of by the fire department, and the problem, there's no detrimental problem. There was an 8 call in Auburn, Tuesday, February 26th. The firefighters got there in time and took care of the problem. The patient was transported to a medical hospital. There were 3 other 8 calls, and all were successfully conducted by the firefighters. And they were taken to the hospital. There was a motor vehicle accident in Lakeland Hill. The firefighters responded in time, and 2 occupants were treated with injuries from the neck to the back, stabilized and transported by the ambulance. The firefighters has done an excellent job, and they have responded in, I would say, excellent time. So that is all that I can say about the report. The good things about the report, there's no bad things about their report. And this is from the municipal court report. The total that was collected in fees, jail, insurance, parking, interpretation, and all other miscellaneous court costs amounted to Pacific at $23,257.97, and to Algona at $10,118.58. This report will be given to the finance director. We haven't got the police department here, and I have a report. Instead of me reading the report, I think I would like to post this report, a copy of this report on the city door and bulletin board. In general, the police is doing a good work as far as offenses and crime is concerned. It looks as if it's down or nominal, and I suggest that the citizens that are concerned about it, I'll put this report on the desk there. You can take a look at it before you leave, and it'll be posted, instead of me reading into detail. Finance Committee, do you have any report? Finance Director, I'm sorry.
We'll have a meeting tomorrow night, 6:30, it'll be right here in this room. I've got an annual report from Public Finance regarding Lid 3, if anybody's interested. I can get you copies of it, just let me know. The overview is that the assessment revenue exceeded the total bill due to successful resolution of prior year delinquencies, and a number of accounts that were paid ahead of time. Our bonds have all been redeemed early, so that's all good news. But if you want the report itself, just let me know.
Public Works?
I have a question real quick on the bond. If I remember right, I may be confusing this with the LAD. There's a cash account that we set aside, kind of a guarantee amount, and if we pay those off early, that cash gets freed up for use for other purposes. On the early redemption of the bonds, is that also the same case?
Yes, there is cash available, but it's kind of in your mark for Valentine's list.
Okay. Good, thank you.
Public Works?
Couple things. Last week had a meeting at King County for CFT grant extensions and for 2 park purchases, and we did get a 1-year extension on both of those, which is good because they were kind of hesitant. And then also, lost my train. We got our letter, for those of you who are aware of our few things that are holding us up on Stewart Road. We received our letter from Sumner on the Valentine-Stewart Road intersection.
The community director, Cheryl Finwall, is sick. She won't be in. She was scheduled to come in, but she couldn't make it. She'll be here at the next meeting to give her report. Have you got anything on personnel?
I don't think so.
Okay.
If there is, I haven't found it yet.
Have we got a committee board?